Welcome back to Collectability. For decades now, I've heard collectors say that Patek Philippe makes the finest mesh bracelet that the world has ever seen. All you have to do is put one of these on your wrist and you could feel the smoothness of the gold, the fit of the bracelet, and the workmanship that just literally transcends time. So I am pleased to present to you today a wide array of Patek Philippe mesh bracelet watches from the 1960s through the 1990s. The first watch I'd like to show you is from 1960. And this is when the trend of mesh bracelets was just starting to take off. Watches were getting thinner. There was a more modern aesthetic, and design was paramount to sell ladies' timepieces. And this particular mesh bracelet watch, I think, is just a trophy of the era. Notice the Gilbert Albert asymmetric case, and it is perfectly architecturally structured with this mesh bracelet that just plays with the light. It almost gives it a multicolored look, although it's all 18 karat yellow gold. And if you look at the reverse of the bracelet, you'll see another pattern. And it just shows this weaving that the goldsmiths were able to do was just second to none. It's aesthetically stunning. Next, I'd like to show you a reference 3310 from 1963. And you can see, like the last watch, that it's this architectural look with the mesh bracelet. It's a watch, but it's also jewelry. It's a bangle in a way, but it has a function. It tells the time. And the way that the watch case just melds perfectly into the mesh bracelet is something that is just all 1960s design at its finest. Now, in the late 1960s and early 1970s, things got a little wild. Think shag carpet, think bark finish, think earth tones. This mesh bracelet is hand engraved to give it a bark finish. It's almost like something you could see occur in nature, but it's juxtaposed against this geometric form of this cushion case with this gilt dial with Roman numerals. And you could see it is just perfectly finished and just a testament to the brilliance of bracelet making from the era. As the 1960s moved on, elegance was paramount. In this reference 3578 in white gold, it just literally feels like it's a silk fabric on your wrist. It is so thin, so smooth, yet so heavy at the same time, but you could feel the texture when you're wearing the watch. This particular reference has 2 lines of lapis on the case and is nicknamed the Skater for its unusual aesthetic. I also have a yellow gold version of the same reference, a reference 3578, and you could just see the workmanship. And when I find these perfectly preserved and mint condition, I just have to buy them because I think they are one of the best value buys of our era. No discussion of mesh bracelets can occur without talking about the mesh bracelet watches for the Beta 21s. These were the biggest, these were the heaviest, these were the largest vintage watches ever made. This is the Beta 21 reference 3587 line 1J. And it's kind of interesting seeing this massive case combined with this fine mesh bracelet. But it somehow works. When it's on your wrist, it might as well be a leather strap that you're wearing. It's comfortable and it is just oh so beautiful. Now I'd like to take a look at a watch from 1976 with a mesh bracelet. Now look at the design of this bracelet and just how it sits on the wrist so elegantly. What I love about mesh bracelets is they play with the light. It's almost like a wave on an ocean, and they did this on purpose. This is meant to be like fabric that would never wear. A leather strap needs to be replaced, so does an alligator strap, but a mesh bracelet is meant to last generations. Last but not least, I have a reference 3520 line 1G in white gold. Now this is the most modern offering on this tray. This is from the 1980s. And the mesh continues to get thinner over time. And even look at the chain links. It doesn't even look like mesh anymore. It literally is woven like fabric with white gold threads. And I encourage you, next time you have the opportunity to see one of these mesh bracelets in person, is just literally feel it, try it on, and I think you're going to develop a new appreciation for mesh bracelet watches that you might not have had before. These mesh bracelet watches truly do define an era in watchmaking. And I can't say enough about how much I love them. And it is truly becoming a trend, seeing more and more people wearing mesh bracelet watches for the first time, as a new generation is discovering these beautiful timepieces from the past. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, and also TikTok. And until next time, enjoy the hunt.